Okay, round 2. This is GB sign or GB sign. Going over just chen play because I really like this character and how I did this past game. I think it was a good reflection of how to play him, though not necessarily a reflection of how I usually play him. I think. Let's see. Maybe it is. I don't recall. I just know it was. I made a lot of good choices. I pressed the right buttons. I think I played him as a P4. Off lane with more access. And let's see where we go from here. Because we did pretty good. And part of it, and I think we had fairly competent, mostly competent enemies. No, maybe not. Maybe we didn't. But at least to give you some insight to how I play him. Do that. I had to fix my zooming in. So usually I'll get on reserve reward 2 sentries, and I used to get the poison orb to slow the other guy down, but Blightstone's been working really good, especially at level 1. And then if I'm in a tri lane, I'll go for Holy Persuasion first, but if it's just me and my ally, I'll get Divine Favor, because what I've noticed with getting Holy Persuasion is that I end up worrying about trying to get the right creep more than I want to, and having that extra level, being level 2, it also gives me time to stack it if I don't like it, or take it if I do like it, and this lets me right click the other guy, and then I used to get really good health, but they nerfed his regen per second, even though they gave Tower Aura in this recent patch. So I think we lost. No, we got the rune. Also, Chen has 650 attack range, which is above normal. Average ranged attack range is about 600. I think it's the same in Han too. Oh yeah, and then I round up, instead of getting tangos, I get mango and fairy fire. I don't get tangos. I almost never get tangos, just because this is more utility for me overall. Because sometimes you don't get the right creep, or you're just taking over creep, and it's a pain in the ass. But here it worked out. And yeah, so I'm losing harass to this Rubra. He hits really hard. Why did I lose attack damage? I don't know why. Let's see, maybe I might double speed it. But my goal here is basically to keep their ranged off, and then when I have the chance to harass their safe carry. That's the goal. And then I just kite in and out. I have 4.6 hit point regen. 5.6 I think under the tower. And then he was nice in giving that. So you can pretty much to get to hold off to level 2. It's pretty okay. And then around 2 minutes you'll get level 2. You just need that many waves. And that's enough time for you to stack and do all the things you need. Yeah, this guy was not doing the right kind of harassing. I could have gone after him if he didn't come after me. I really barely stuck it out. Whenever you juke, hug the trees so that the tree line obscures their vision of you. And then tier 2. Tier 2 gives that, they should put it on here. Tier 2 gives you 3 hit point regen, not 2 hit point regen, or 1 hit point regen. It's like, right out here. I think I saw him. Yeah, I saw that asshole up there. So I hugged it out. Let's pop 10 ahead. Not much crazy happens. Let's see. I did hit level 2, and that's when I'm like, okay, this is my first baby power spike. And I was wondering if he had a rune. Did he have a ward here? Or maybe he just saw me. No, he just saw me. That's the thing. You always want to have at least one sentry. Okay, let me pause it. You always want to have at least one sentry on you to either safe or the off lane, because more often than not, like the easiest way to stop Chen from being effective is to just kill his creep and stop his creep creep spawns. So you this is the easiest way to counter Chen um, with an item. And so you have to have you always have to have countermeasures, and then even just being a good support, it's good to have that kind of detection. And even if he wards, that's bonus might for me. Usually they ward down here, um, but yeah, so that's important. So because I noticed them going towards me, so that's my either he saw me, which I suspected he didn't, but it looks like he did, or they had vision here and he saw me from downhill. So that's what goes through my mind. So the first thing I did is I dropped a sentry to make sure there was free money, and there wasn't. And then ghosts. Ghosts are one of the better tier 1 creep. For people who don't know his creep creep takeover command move is now tiered. There's 1 to 4. So he really only has an option at level 2 or level 1 to take this from this camp. Like you can take, there's a purging creep that he can take, one of these guys, which is good at times if you're like against an Ember Spirit or even a Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maidens are a good counter against most of Chen's creep, but actually this Satyr you can purge the frozen move off of anybody from that. But yeah, from this camp, ghosts are really good, and you can do one of two builds with Chen at level 1. You can do like a right-clicky build, which is what the ghost is for. There's a speed one, a speed what's it called? The foreman, the goblin kobold foreman, or you can you use them together, and it's really powerful. Or you do a nuking build with Harpy Hag. Let's go. So I get this. I got this ghost, and he's going to start attacking. So I use it immediately to start kiting, and you can kite so well with. You just have. I use 3 control groups, but you basically have I have my creeps on one, and then myself on another. And I'm pretty good about just having my creep attack him, slowing him down, and then I can just run away to give myself some distance, because 650 attacks distance is really good. So it's really easy to kite, really easy to kind of slow somebody down. And if Moraxis builds right, which he did, he got a pit. It's just more lockdown, which I think you might see. Let's see. Oh no, he had no mana. Look how easy they totally ignore the ghost creep, and we easily. I think we get a kill. Somebody gets a kill, I think. Yeah, easily, and they just you can't ignore the creep. But yeah, that's why that creep's good. And then now I'm gonna just hug. He doesn't. If he has major issues farming, I'll be a bit more aggressive. But you just want to. Presence is something that a lot of people ignore, I feel like. So giving the presence with your hero to just zone him out, keep him from getting in, is really important. And I turn around, they're totally ignoring me. I'm just like pegging him. Boom, another kill. This might be another kill. Just that it's a 20% slow. Let's look at this again. This is a 20% move, 25% movement slow, and a 25% attack slow. So he right-clicks slower and he moves slower by 25%, which compounds even more once I get level 4. I get Penitence, which is 18% slow. So that's 25 plus 18, which is was it 40? That's a 43% slow, which is almost half their movement speed gone. With Chen alone. I was collecting runes. I got to the Harpy Hag. They nerfed the Harpy Hag, but it's still feasible. So let's see, what makes the Harpy Head good first? He does 140 damage in a zap, and then and it does a jump loss, so of 25%. So that's the first hero, or first unit is 140 damage. And even scaled down with magic armor, it might be, I think you get 25% magic armor. So it's still about 100 magic damage you do like in a zing. Let's turn this back off. And this is kind of a mix of what I like, but it's so good. And it's 125, 40 damage. He can't mess with me. Ursa, big fat Ursa can't mess with me. Boom. It's 140 damage, and then look at the range. Is it on here? Man, this game sucks. I think it's 800 attack range. It's ridiculous. And we zap, he's dead. Easy peasy. And he's got like above average mana regen. So they used to make this. It's still 50 mana, but it used to be 50 mana with a 400 mana pool and really low mana regen. So, but they changed it so he's got a really low mana pool but high mana regen. Oh wow, my friend just barely lived. So he can do a few consecutive shots, but then you gotta wait for the third one, or you gotta space it out. Because otherwise, like earlier, you used to be able to just spam this no problem, and just be a total. You still can be a pain in the ass. Okay. See that? One of the trees, free money, but I kind of ignore it because we got time. Yeah, and even these, like, it comes up low enough that you can just use it to last it. So with this, when I have three like this, what happens when I have all three of them selected? So my third control group is all my units together in one. I'll hit tab, and tab also will go from my main unit, which is Chen, to the next unit. And for me, and I think it might be for everyone, when I tab to my next unit, it puts the Wyvern, the Harpy next. So I just keep myself tabbed on my second unit, and I move around, but then I just will zap with the Harpy Hag. In certain matchups, I'll make sure I keep my Harpy Hag in the back, because units like Doom and oh, why didn't I zap? I think I was trying to go for a zap. Oh, I think we killed the tower. I hit level 5 too. Good lord. I think I died here. So that wasn't my best micro. I could have stomped with the Hellbear, but I got him. That 100 damage at level 8 minutes into the game is so good. Oh yeah, what was I saying was I'll keep against characters like Doom and Marana and Crystal Maiden. I'll be more protective of the Harpy, and I'll make sure it's in the back because it does decent right-click damage. It does 33. I think the buff is from Meraxis, which is awesome. I didn't even think about that synergy that we had. But yeah, not Chen, Crystal Maiden, Marana, and Doom all can easily nom your creeps. But yeah, so we took the bottom tower 5 minutes into the game. It was kind of crazy. And now we can, if the top lane was doing shit, really bad or mediocre, we could have rotated top. But instead, we kind of just said we've got a decent lead, we're in a decent position. Let's continue with this. Oh man, and we just have so much between his right clicks. We just moved him down. Okay, we didn't get the 10-minute, and usually, so level 5, level 2, Chen can get mud golems, all of these. He usually can't get, so the mana burning satyrs are really good against like strength heroes, against AM. He's really good. Heroes that are like depend on mana. You know, everyone's dependent on mana. It's just good for, especially with the low mana pool heroes. These end up have been a great solution to kind of just stop them from doing whatever the hell they want sometimes. Level 2, you can't get centaurs. You can't get the tomatoes. It was only to level 5. Level 5 is where I feel like you hit your first power spike, because you get 3 creep and then you get access to those. You can get Wild Wing Rippers, which are okay. I just don't like them. I don't get them anymore unless I hit level 20. And then what else? Oh, and then wolves. Actually, at level 3, if I'm in a pinch, wolves are obscenely strong, especially with that right-click build. And sometimes if I have a wolf, a ghost, and speed kobold, is he here? He should be here. Yeah, this guy. I hit people really hard, I slow people down, and I move really fast, and it's just a really painful. Even though I have 2 level 1s and a level 2 creep, like it's super strong. And then of course the aura synergizes with everyone. Everyone hits really hard with the wolf. But yeah, once I hit level 3, I slowly phase out my level 1 units, and then I slowly become. I might have a wolf, but I'll usually try and have a centaur. The centaurs are the most beginning to end game useful unit of Chen's repertoire, I think. Like at least one. Then let's see. I think I'll just look for kills here, just because we're so fat. Where are we? I'm probably at the bottom. Where do I go? What's the best thing to look at? Hero level? I'm in the middle. In the middle is pretty good, actually. You know, it's pretty good. We have dual lane. All our dual laners on the bottom. Not too bad. So what do I have item-wise? So item-wise, I got mana boots. That's my first core boot item, and I got this mango tree, and I kept forgetting where to put it. I'm still trying to figure out the best places. Sometimes it's just trash. It's just a shit show. But I mean, that free vision, free mana, free hit point regens, worth it. Oh, this is me being a dumbass. I tried going after this guy because I thought I was getting fat, but I wasn't there yet. And I had a freaking eagle. Eagles suck. I mean, they're good endgame when you want to get that aura, but otherwise, they really don't do much for you. I tried to juke him. I tried to be fancy. It didn't work. It's okay. Oh, I DC'd a couple times this game too. Let's see. That's chasing the tomato. Now here's the thing about tomato is he does a lot of damage early game. He does 150 damage. He's comparable to an AoE harpy. Like, he does as much as a harpy. Think about that. 150 damage. Oh, 50 more. But it's definitely harder to, and then he slows on top of it. So he has that temporary ghost ability on top of that. But like it does not progress until like the mid game. It just the aura is good. The aura is decent, but I just don't find it impactful. It's not mid game impactful as I'd like it to be. So usually I'll get one if I have nothing else, and then I'll feed it to Roche or the Ancients so that the enemy doesn't get it and I can get something better. So let's see, what do I do? Let's speed ahead. I think so. Usually I just go around looking for creep. I'm only level 6. Oh, that's a big boon. 7's really my power spike position. Just because I get access to all the creep. Let's see, I'm doing my job. Oh, I think I died here. I think I died twice. I don't even know what just happened there. The more I look at it, the less I understand what happened. Did I get pushed? Maybe I got pushed. Oh well, it doesn't matter. That was weird. That was a weird interaction. Maybe he's got a push staff? Nope. Well, somehow... Maybe did this change? I don't know, but somehow he lifted me. Rubik lifted me. I ran my centaur up to him to stun him. And then he pushed my centaur and my main hero. That's weird. Well, I'm going to get more creep. That's what I'm doing here. Let's see. And of course, like as a support, ooh. Free camera. I'm still playing with things. Sorry, I'm being too. So there's a team fight that just happened up here. Kind of missed it. Yeah, I ulted, but then I try to do support things, help with the cleanup. When I have multiple units like this, so when I have the centaur especially, I'm very mindful of the placement of my centaur compared to myself. I'll make sure he's kind of out in the front. I'm really trying to make sure, because his AoE stun has like a half-second delay, and that's the roughest thing that you want to make sure you land, if you can land that. And it's like a decent range. Is it a decent range? Look how small that is. Well, maybe it's not. I can't see it. But it's like half a character unit around him. And what's great with this setup right now is so I have 2 centaurs and a dark troll, which has no auras, but he has ensnare, which is a net, and raise the dead. So he has a move for lockdown and a move for pushing, essentially, or for more meat shields. And let's see, itemization. I went medallion, and I was going to go after him. So I lead. So see here how I lead with the dark troll and the centaur. That's typically what you want to try to do, is have them go to, move hand in hand. Slightly adjust. Let's see. Itemization wise, I got medallion, and I used to do drum first, and then I used to do drum second. But this game I thought I would try doing broadsword. Oh, let's see. So this is where. So I'm just putzing around. I knew he was here. I could see him. Oh no, I could see him. But I knew Ursa was here somewhere because I think I saw him earlier. And there he is. So I alt-tab, or I tab, and with Dark Troll I net him. And once I net him, if my centaurs are around here, I know if I tab again, the order is of my all group is Chen, Centaur, and Centaur. And that's a shame. So I got him for one Centaur stun, even though he was invis, but not for the second one. And that lets me. So Centaurs do a 3-second chain stun. And what you can actually do if you have a kind of this kind of setup is you can guarantee yourself chain stuns back to back. So usually you want to have a little bit of overlap. So there's 6 seconds of potential max stun, but with the overlap, you ideally want like 5.5 seconds of just repeated stun, which is what allowed me to kill Ursa like that. Let's see, itemized wise. And I think that's where the most complicated finger stuff comes in, is that. But on top of that, you want to make sure you get your Q off, your penitence, and your medallion. And you'll notice I after the one level of divine favor, I've been ignoring it. And I've been maxing out the holy persuasion to get the max library of creep. Oh, let's back this up. So this, I actually didn't do anything crazy, but I did make sure I led with the Dark Troll. And then it was like a no. I think I just started attacking the tower after that because I knew this guy was going to come and suck him dry. What did I say? I don't remember.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
But let's see. I'm here. This could potentially be unsafe. This is where having map awareness is important. So I know there's one guy bot I can see and 3 up top. So I knew I could kind of linger there for a while, but I need to get the hell out once I was in there. And we were able to really nicely easy net stun. Oh, I tried to stun him there. And actually, like, if they tornado, you can use that to your advantage and stomp them on the way down. And I'll do that for, heroes like OD and Shadow Demon. You can kind of do that for. Here, I think I was kind of holding back. I saw this, so I killed my my wolf. Wolves have really low armor, I think, so they're just really easy. They just die really fast, which is why I don't like I like them a lot, but I usually don't like getting them to level 6 or to level 20 rather, when I can get more life for them. So this is an easy kill. I wonder if I did it. Oh, I think it's dead. Whoa, let me see that. I just don't remember what happened. Okay, so I keep forgetting I'm the bad guys. We're the red. This guy went up, and then he's surrounded by 3 of my centaurs, and I kind of definitely tab Q smashed a lot, just to make sure I got a stun. Then I lingered a bit. You don't want to linger. You never want to linger too long. Lingering is always the devil. We just have so much life and damage. I think this aura is really helping a lot with the damage output and the. This is my I usually don't get this, so this is kind of new for me. What does it do? They keep changing things.
I'll take that.
Yeah, it's good. Increased movement speed, increased health. So that's good. And then we said get the hell out. Never linger. Never linger without vision. So right now, this is like my preferred, when nothing's happening, this is my preferred army composition. If I have a net, I don't mind having 4 centaurs, just to guarantee that stun. The chain stun's so strong. Let me think about it. This is 3 times 3, 9, 8 seconds of continuous stun. It's so good. Oh yeah, I have 4. Oh man, it's so strong. So I was making use of this helm. Very atypical of me, honestly, but I enjoy it. I usually like to get drum, which I'm going on now, because drum, to me, the benefits of drum is just so strong. Like having this aura move speed, or attack speed, it's just multiplicative of its effects. It's exponential the way it works. I went bought the push, and there was a party top that I missed. It's okay. They lingered. so you don't linger. Push and be present with purpose. Let's see, I think a lot of nothing's happening. Oh, it's sad. So I messed this up. So I went to go take over the tower. So I saw him, I knew him coming. I have this going here. And because of his enrage, his stun goes from 3 seconds to like sixth of a second, 80%, less than that, a fourth of a second, I think. I'm not doing the math right. But then, also he flipped out of the net, which is stupid. Like that should be disabled. But it is what it is. So that combined, I died. I think those might be my only deaths this game. We'll see. Let's see. I'm gonna be egotistical and fast forward it. Boom.
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
And they're pushing, but I'm like, it's Chen's as effective as the creepy S. Let's see.
Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away.
So now with the helm, I do try to take over. If I didn't have the helm, I usually wouldn't try to take over a wolf, but especially because we're winning, while numerically we're only 24 minutes in, it's mid-game, we're in a position where we're basically end-game, and with the helm of the dominator, I do like to get the wolf. Do that, give a little defense. Now, I don't know what happened here. I think we just lost super hard. We weren't all in that fight, or the fight was piecemeal. I think that's what happened. And then I died. Unfortunate. Here's what it is. You're gonna die here and there, you know. And then I still didn't put this damn. See, that's my fault. That's like a bad plan. I should have put that mango. What would I gotten? I don't know. I can't move this thing. I messed up my drum. Nobody's perfect, but it's still a good model overall. You know, you pick the good things. It's like watching a combo video. You don't do it to do the whole combo. A combo video, because most combo videos are impractical. You pick and choose what to take. Let's see. So now we're just looking for creep. Every creep camp's empty. It's kind of snooze-ish. Where am I now? See a centaur. You just communicate. It's a shame too, like, oh, you want to be communicative just because it's a team game, but people don't know how strong centaurs are in competent Chen hands. So sometimes you don't always. Sometimes they just kill the centaurs that you asked for. You know, it sucks. But now I have a working army. And I think I can be a little bit more aggressive. 4 out of 5 units. What's cool is in Han, the Helm of the Dominator has no limit. You can have like infinite creep under your control when it goes off cooldown. Except it's like a 200-second cooldown. It's not a 1-minute cooldown. So here I am. We're joining the party. He dies. It was just a crappy carry caught out of position. Let's see, and then I don't even know what I was building. I think probably mech. So after I get drum and medallion, usually it's an open book, but I might be doing helm more. We'll see. Depending on what you are up against. If you're up against a lot of magic damage, a lot of Earthshakers, people pick Earthshaker to try and counter you. You absolutely want to get pipe. You want to go for pipe. But otherwise, you can go for mech and just go for magic, or rather, healing and armor. Even though it's not as strong as it used to be, it's still good. But then he wanted too, so I really could have done needed both. This fight happens, bunch of craziness, little stompy stomp. Did he? Yeah, he used all his stuff. I don't mind. So pipe used to be a redundant item. You used to be able to have pipe stack. That's not the case anymore. But see, if my micro was better, I would have stomped her sooner. But nonetheless, I think because you're always in your own little entourage, it's good for Chen to have a pipe no matter what. We're just really being aggressive. We're all 4 out of 5 of us are up. He's such a good set for my hero, and then I think I'm just running to get an extra creep. So here's something interesting: is when if we're really in the thick of it, I'll just take over whatever creep I can if I have an empty slot. Once our team not working together, I stunned the guy, and he tornadoed him. But it all pays off. And the drum is just so good at positioning, especially with a centaur. Yeah, with the centaur I need everything I can get, whether it be drum, the movement speed, or the net, just to get those stuns. And that's basically the game. That's basically a lot of what my gameplay tries to be is always keep the wards on cooldown, and see, I didn't know what that we didn't communicate that much. Oh, I just DC'd. Oh, what was that, my router? But yeah, the other good thing is like playing Chen. You don't need many items. You just need to be able to manage your creep composition. And that lets you focus on making sure the map is lit up. There's always a ward or two up on the map. You made sure we kept it lit. Not trying to sound too much like a millennial. Yeah, we kept the map. We kept it bright. Kept it bright. And yeah, and that's it. That was the game. But yeah, Chen is really easy to support with Chen and be effective. Hopefully that shows. Thanks. Hope you got something out of it.